This is a highly requested video, and I promise you what I'm about to share is gold. It is the most phenomenal advice about setting boundaries with kids. And no, I'm not high on myself. Most of what I will be sharing is from the book You Wish Your Parents Had Read. If you're a parent, you must watch this video till the end. Author Philippa Perry says, what children and all of us need is love plus boundaries, not one or the other. Think about this. The choice is not that I will either become a loving parent or a strict parent who sets rules and boundaries. A loving parent is one who sets boundaries. Children need love and they need boundaries. If you give them love but no boundaries, that's not good. If you give them boundaries and no love, that's not good either. Let's take an example from the book of setting a boundary around screen time. Limiting my kids' screen time is something I personally take very seriously, and it is a hot topic in our house. Let's say my kid has been in front of the TV for an hour. I would normally say something like, you have to turn off the TV now because you've watched too much. By saying that, I am defining my child. You have watched too much TV. No one likes to be defined or told what they need when they don't think they need it. In this case, what I really mean is, I don't want the TV on anymore. I have read and heard that it's not good for kids to have more than 1 hour screen time a day, so I feel that I am stating an objective fact when I tell them that they watched too much. But it might not feel like too much to them. So instead of defining your kid, define yourself. Give your boundary with an I statement and say how you feel. For example, I am not comfortable with you watching any more TV, so I'm switching it off at the end of this show. Would you like to play or help me cook dinner? It is better to self-define using I statements rather than pretend to them and to yourself that you are being objective. It is also good modeling for them because you are showing them that you are listening to your own feelings, working out what you want based on those feelings, and then saying it. This is a life skill that they absolutely need to learn. Another example, instead of saying, your music is too loud, turn it down, say, I'm finding your music too loud. I would like you to turn it down, please. Get into the habit of putting down a boundary by describing yourself and not them. So you would say, I cannot allow you to have my keys, rather than, I told you before, you are not to be trusted with keys. Before I continue, YouTube tells me that only 7% of the people who watch my videos have subscribed to my channel. 93% of you watch my videos but haven't subscribed. What? If you're one of them, smash that subscribe button right now for me and help me grow my channel. Thank you. Framing your boundaries with as little negativity as possible also helps. So instead of saying, don't paint on the walls, say, walls are not for painting. Paper is for painting on. Here's some paper. Let's take an example of setting a boundary with a teenager. Instead of saying, you're too young to be out after 10 p.m., try saying, I need you back at 10 p.m. for my sake. Your teenager will respond way better to that. The next important thing to remember about boundaries is to actually enforce them. So let's say your kids are playing in the backyard and they're being too loud, they're screaming. You could say to them, I'm finding your noise too much for me. You can either play quietly outside or you will have to come inside. Say it in a firm yet calm voice. If they start screaming again, you go out and say in a firmer voice, come inside right now. This way your kids will learn that when you create boundaries, you enforce them too. You mean what you say. But that doesn't mean you have to act like a dictator. If your kids are older, you can actually involve them in setting rules and boundaries. This can be done by using the collaborative method, which Philippa describes in the book. If you want me to make a separate video on that, Type collaborative in the comments below. Boundary setting, boundary enforcing is an act of delicate balance. It's never black or white. Sometimes you have to make exceptions. If your high schooler comes home at 10:15 instead of 10 in the night, but there is a genuine reason for getting late, then it's okay. We have to learn when to be firm and when to be flexible. It's good to be firm when your own limit is being approached or when their safety is at stake. But sometimes it's okay to be flexible. To give you my own example, normally I have screen time limit of 1 hour for my kids, and that includes any screens, TV, tablet, phone, laptop. But during lockdown, I let them do 2 hours a day. If we're watching a movie or it's a holiday and we're home all day, they will often watch 2 hours or more. Also, I'm learning to be more flexible with my son who is 11 because a lot of his schoolwork is now done on his laptop, so I can't really enforce that 1 hour screen time limit. As well, he likes to learn a lot about technology and business by going on the internet, so I feel that I should let him do that and let him learn and not become a hurdle between him and his passion. As much as it is very hard for me to see him sitting on the computer for more than a couple of hours a day, I have to accept that he is growing up in today's world, not the world in which I grew up. If you want to learn about some other parenting wisdom gems that I got from this amazing book, watch this video where I review and summarize this book. If you're interested in getting private Zoom coaching with me, check out the details in the description below. See you next weekend. Keep growing.